Who is NSRGA? NSRGA was formed by the Friends of Skunk River Bridge. When the McIntyre Bridge was flooded off of its piers in August of 2010, probably Friday the 13th, there was 10 inches of rain, and the story goes that trees threatening a bridge upstream were being plucked out and pushed back in the river, Iowa, and tiling, flooding, clearing fields all the way to the riverbank. So our bridge lost it, and my dad was lucky enough to be up in a plane flying over as Laren and I were traipsing through muddy trails to get down to see if the bridge was still there, and it was not, and that's how we got started. So all of the sources, Bridge Hunter, etc., pointed us to Michigan, and in Michigan we were pointed towards Vern Messler and Nathan Holth, and they came to Iowa and talked to our friends group, and we had a good meeting on the fact that we could save our bridge even if it fell in the water. The expert that we really needed, however, was Nels Rayner of Box Steel. We needed an iron expert. Our county engineer had said that one cannot weld old iron and no one rivets anymore, and this bridge cannot be saved. That was before it fell down. But we got the bridge out, and we took it to Michigan. We brought it back from Michigan because the state threatened us with losing our status on the National Register and not being eligible for grants, and then they took that away from us anyway because they said when the bridge was moved, i.e. being pushed off of its piers, it lost all of its status. And that was a bummer. So Nels Rayner of Box Steel and myself, Julie Bowers, founded Workin Bridges in 2010 under the auspices of the North Skunk River Greenbelt Association. And we did site visits, and we did estimates and timelines. We hooked up with an engineer, Jim Schiffer, who really gave people what they needed if they were going to try to save a bridge at that point, which was a pretty accurate anticipation of the cost needed for a bridge, if they could fund it in the first year. If it doesn't get funded that quickly, well, forget about it. So we had a nonprofit. We were working with experts, and we did all the usual things. We held bridge fests and events, and we tried to raise money. But in 2015, we found the Hayden Bridge. It was threatened with demolition. It was in Springfield, Oregon, in Lane County, just outside of Eugene and over the McKenzie River. And we thought we would be able to help people in this community save their bridge. We ended up saving it ourselves. Oregon is very committeeized, is how I put it, and the grassroots efforts have been somewhat squelched for these committees that then work with the local governments. We were never able to get an audience with Lane County unless we went in for 3 minutes at the beginning of a meeting in order to try to tell them what we were doing. So we had very little political support, even though what we have there is one of the oldest bridges in Oregon, and certainly one of the oldest train bridges that is still standing. So our approach to preservation was to try to help others. We saved another Oregon bridge, the Portland Waterworks Bridge. That was no longer needed to transfer water from the Sandy River to Portland. That is in Delaware, as well as our bridge, which is now the heart of Delaware's newest state park.